Hello everyone, my name is Luciano Ciorciari. I'm with Gaucho Gourmet. That's gauchogourmet.com. And one of our major specialties is Yerba Mate. So I'm here to show you and hopefully demonstrate how it is that you drink Yerba Mate. By now I'm sure you've learned, because you've read enough on the site, what Yerba Mate is. But the main aspect of Yerba Mate is that it's a traditional and cultural drink that revolves around the gathering of people and the sharing of moments and the sharing of a drink. That is only one of the great positive aspects, in addition to being a great healthy and nutritional drink that I'm sure you can read about and learn about from Saver S.A.'s writing and John's writing. So when you're drinking Yerba Mate, hopefully by now you've cured your mate, or if you haven't cured your mate, the process for curing is very simple and you will follow as well. But you don't have to necessarily cure the mate. You can go ahead and use the first 2 times or the first 2 days you drink the mate as the curing process. So what I will show you now is how to prepare the mate, and we'll also combine that with the curing process to make it simple for you. We have over 15 brands, about 25-30 different types of yerba mate. This is a very traditional mate from Argentina that we enjoy very much, because it is a mild, it is a medium to medium strong style of mate that we like to drink. We don't like to go too far to the other end to be too strong, but some people like a more intense, earthier flavor, and we do have those as well. But La Hoja is one that will suit those that like the typical medium to medium strong flavor of tea or coffee. You will fill up the gourd, which is also called mate. This is called the yerba mate, which is the tea. You will fill up the gourd about 2/3, as you can see. Then you will turn the gourd upside down and shake it for about 5 seconds. Very easy. This does not take a lot of time. Seems, but it might not. On this, you will see now that my hand has a lot of dust. What you're doing with this process is removing the dust that tends to clog the hose of the sipper on straw, which we call bombilla. So you kindly shake this off. You will insert the bombilla all the way. As you tilt the mate, you want to tilt it just a little bit to create an angle on the tea. Insert the bombilla all the way at the very bottom, all the way to the very bottom. By now you've heated up your water just to about before boiling. You don't want to get to boiling, because now you're going to scare the mate. We call it scare the mate, and you will burn it. You will ruin the flavor on it. You will overheat the leaf. So it has to be just right before boiling. So pay attention to the noise of the boiling water machine, or however it is that we use a kettle, a pava. And usually you start here in the pava doing a little squeaking right before whistling, right before it boils. So that's how you know a lot of times that the water is at perfect temperature. So right before it boils up, you remove it, you put it into a thermos so that you can keep your water hot. And that is one of the great benefits of mate when you drink it in the traditional manner with the gourd and the bombilla. But if you keep it in a thermos, you only pour what you're drinking, so your drink is always going to be hot. In a thermos like this, you will be able to keep the water hot for about 6 to 8 hours normally. You can refill it, but you don't have to worry. You can drink a little bit, come back a few hours after work, you can keep it with you all day long. Wonderful aspect of mate. Now, you will pour slowly over the lower end of the yerba so that you get to the bottom of the tea and the tea brews from the bottom up. Pour slowly so that you allow the tea to start brewing. And now you want to see these bubbles sort of starting to happen, take place a little bit. Do not, one of the big no-nos of yerba mate. The bombilla is not a toy, so you don't want to start moving or messing with the tea. Let it be the way it is. You already got the bombilla all the way to the bottom. You don't need to do much with it. You want to let it sit and bubble up. By that time, you give it about a minute or two. We'll let it sit. And you'll let the tea brew. You'll see the water descend a little bit. It keeps brewing. You pour a little bit more. and you start developing a little foam on the mate. That's a good sign of a good mate, of a great mate actually. Just like in espresso you look for the cream on top, on mate you look for that foam that develops just right to the top of the gourd. And then you will sip slowly. A lot of times you want to be careful because maybe you overheated the water, so hopefully you don't. If you're a true good mate maker and drinker, you haven't. Take a little sip. If the bombilla is clogged, which tends to happen and can happen, don't take it out. You want to just bump the mate just a little bit so that within the mate itself, maybe the particles that are clogging up the bombilla shake off. So don't take it out because you'll start messing with the formation and the fermentation of the mate itself. And you start sipping. Hopefully you're in the good company of friends and family and you can start sharing this with you. If you're the one pouring it, then you will always drink the first or second one to ensure, number one, the water is not too hot so that the people you're treating the mate to, you don't invite them with a hot drink and you burn them. Number two, so that it's not clogged up. Number three, so that if there's any particles that went through the mate, you as a good host, you take one for your team and you actually take the particles yourself. And then you will start sharing this mate with the people around you. If not, you can keep it with you as a good friend. It will keep you company, it will keep you alert, it will tend to soften your appetite throughout the day, it will help you focus, it will do a lot of great things for you. So hopefully, all in all, this gives you a good overall aspect of yerba mate. If you need to learn anything more about it, please feel free to visit our website, gauchogourmet.com. Now there's one aspect that I almost forget about. See, in Argentina, it is a delight for us to enjoy mate with a very simple accompaniment, a little simple snack, which is called bizcocho. We also have those on the website here too as well. Bizcocho salado, which is made with actual fat, so it tends to be saltier. It's a heavy style cracker. I will break it, but you can see that it has a good amount of moisture that comes from the fat. So it's got great flavor. It's not very dry. It's not extremely salty, but it's a great accompaniment for your mate. You don't have to have a lot of this. I know the moment I say fat, people will back off. No, you don't have to have the whole bag for this, but you can have just a few of this. It'll help you with the flavor of the mate itself, which tends to be very earthy and sometimes slightly bitter. You can have it salty or sweet, as you prefer, and just enjoy the simple things of life. Green tea, green leaf tea, and just a little bit of dough, salt, and fat. Easy enough. Thank you so much. Enjoy.